Hi everyone, it's 2019 and I'm back with a brand new vlog series. Let me talk a little bit about what I want to do with this. I want to do once a week updates, keep them right around 5 minutes, talk about weather events across the United States, and talk about my personal life events that are coming up. Exciting things coming up in the spring semester of 2019, including the potential for job opportunities that I would love to talk about and show you that process. And also for conferences coming up in 2019. Lots to talk about there, and I'm excited to share that with you. But I want to go ahead and start this one right now with the weather headlines of January 1st, 2019 for the past week, and talk about the crazy things and the cool things that are happening across the United States in the weather world. And I'm just going to be real. We're going to do this unscripted, and it's just going to be a laid back, relaxed weather headlines. Here we go. Weather headlines, and here's what we're looking at across the United States for the week of January 1st, 2019. Well, we've had a pretty stagnant pattern, if you've noticed, over the past couple of weeks. That's led to heat in the east and rain for the southeast United States, and it's been a wet one across many of the states here in the southeast, including Alabama and Mississippi, especially more for southern Alabama and Mississippi, where they picked up quite a bit of rainfall. And already on saturated ground, that's led to washed away roadways in portions of southern Mississippi and southern Alabama. So big problems down there, and still big issues across portions of central Alabama, where we saw flash flooding earlier this week. So definitely some big issues across the southeast United States with rain, but it's not only the rain, it's also the warm temperatures. We're seeing above average temperatures across the eastern half of the United States this time of the year, and it looks like we're going to stay that way. Here's a Climate Prediction Center outlook for the next couple of weeks showing above average temperatures are expected for at least the first couple of weeks into January. So it may be mid to late January before we even see a pattern change come to the eastern half of the United States temperature-wise. So if you're expecting cool temperatures for January, you may have to wait just a little while longer before we see those cool, much cooler temperatures across the eastern half of the United States. But meanwhile, on the West Coast, it's a completely different story. We're talking about cold and snow for portions of the West and the desert Southwest, where places like Albuquerque, New Mexico picked up some snow. They even had a blizzard warning issued earlier in the week, last week. Right after Christmas time, they issued a blizzard warning for the Albuquerque, New Mexico metro area. So definitely some interesting things going on out there in the desert Southwest, where they picked up close to 14 inches of snow in some places of New Mexico. Alright guys, that's all the weather headlines I have for you this week. I hope to catch you next week right here on the vlogs, and I promise I'll get some better camera equipment and we'll do this thing the right way next week. Alright guys, see you on the flip side.